The numbers are in coming out of September. Buckle up. The market that we feared that we'd fallen into, looking at the numbers now, we're in it right now. The market is extremely slow. Definitely not the strong sellers market we saw, and not sure when this is going to let up. This is Steve, Malone Realty Group at EXP in the Atlanta area. All right, so we like to do these deep dives, and I apologize ahead of time. If you're that kind of person, I'm not going to apologize to you because you love this. You love it when we go and take a look at the stats, we look at the charts, we look at the graphs, because the truth's in the numbers, okay? That's not really exciting for some people. Some people just want to, they want fireworks and whatever. We do that too. Some videos we'll do fireworks, we'll make it real snazzy, we'll do like a 3-minute update. We have 3-minute updates for people who want 3-minute updates, and then we've got these updates for people who want to go deep and look at the numbers. I like to go look at the numbers because, again, the truth's in the numbers, okay? You can't lie about it. So looking at the numbers coming out of September into October. October 1st, we get the update from the FMLS. Keep in mind, some of these numbers may change a little bit over the next couple of days as more numbers get tallied in the final count. But it looks like these are basically the trends. And let me show you the numbers first. Then we'll come back and I'm going to tell you what I think that means going forward, because the market has definitely changed. So let's take a look at what's going on right now. All right, so here we go. Deep dive on all the numbers from September of 2022. Very important month, and how this month trended was going to be what set us off for the rest of the fall. Okay, so we saw a big fall in activity from August through September. I'd feel like we're going to have a pretty miserable fall leading to a pretty miserable winter in the world of real estate, as far as not many homes getting sold, a lot of sellers getting frustrated, a lot of buyers pulling out of the market. Real estate is going to go very quiet over the next couple of months, but hoping that September was going to bring us a little bit of a bounce back. So what do the numbers say? Let's take a look. All right, so looking at this, the information now, keep in mind today is October 3rd. Some of this information may change a hair over the next couple of days, but this is going to give us the trends that we want. So look over the last 3 years. This is average sales price, Greater Atlanta area. Back in June, it was at 520 and change. Now we've gone down 1, 2, 3 drops in a row coming out of June. Not unusual to see that because we saw it last year. That does not necessarily mean that home prices and home values are dropping. What it means is the homes that have sold, that those numbers have gone down a little bit. It is indicative of the fact that some of the higher end houses are not selling at quite the same rate. Lower end houses are still selling at a decent rate. So, but that on the average, sale prices going down. That's indicative of a slowing market. Okay, I'm going to show you 3 things going into step 2 because we want to talk about the inventory. Okay, so first thing, new listings. Back in June, we had 10,294 listings added in Atlanta. Then it went down to 8,700 in July, 8,000 in August. Last month, 7,291. Not completely out of the ordinary. Did the same thing last year where you saw numbers come out of July and they went down, although not as steep as we're doing this year. Same thing the year before that. You saw a drop from July to August, September of 2020. Same thing the year before that. You had a drop from July to August to September. That being said, those drops are not as crazy as this drop. You see the how steep this drop is. From a mathematical standpoint, it kind of stands out. Say, wow, it's a pretty dramatic drop in the number of new listings. But this is the interesting one. This is the one that has me scratching my head. This is the one that has me saying, oh boy, this is going to be an interesting fall. Pending sales in September. Okay. These are the number of deals that went under contract in September. So they'll either close in October and be early November. But these are deals that went pending in September. That number is way down here at 3,980. Now, you see last couple of years, they went down from August, September, maybe a little bump in October, then way down in December. But look at this number of 3,980. Look on that line, the 4,000 line. Last 3 years, that's the lowest number we've seen on that line. I'm going to hit the max button. This will take us all the way back to 2009, okay? That number below 4,000, we hit it here in December of 2018. I remember that December. That was a very quiet December. We hit it before that. Yeah, go all the way back to 2015, 3,800. Before that, it was the year before that. It was in December of 2014. The important thing to notice, and we've talked about this in the past, these big dips are in December. December. Last time it was a September that the number was this low. Let's think. I think it was September of 2010, coming out of the craziness. We had 3,275 homes pending. September 2010. That was the last time a September was that low. So it's been 12 years. This is extremely slow. So while the number of new listings have slowed down, the number of pending sales have completely slowed down to the point where now the homes for sale have gone up to 12,922. When we look on our 3-year chart, 12,922. Last time we were at 12,922 to on the market was July of 2020. We had 13,000 plus. So we're getting back to pre-pandemic numbers. We're getting into a pre-pandemic market. We've been talking about this for months. That's what happened in June. The interest rates hitting 6 shut off the market, shut off the pre-pandemic market. So now we are in the shut off the pandemic market, I should say. We're in the pre-pandemic market, which is fine in theory. This thing had to cool off. That being said, if you want to buy right now or sell right now, it's created a lot of craziness. Okay, so homes for sale going up. Number of closed sales, you see another big drop down to 4142. You've got to go all the way back to January of 2019. Remember I showed you December 2018, not a lot of pendings? Yeah, that's what happened. Those are the closed sales, the January right after it. So December 2018, not a lot of pendings. January 2019, there's your number, 3751. That was the last time we saw as many or as little closing. So that number is probably going to be even lower for October, probably going to be below that 4,000 number because of the little number of pendings that we have right now. Days on market on average, going up. Houses are starting to sit a little bit, but it's not crazy. 24, not bad. It's about where it was beginning part of this year. So stuff that, and we've been talking about this, if you're priced right and you look the part, you're going to sell. But that being said, there's no margin anymore. In February and March, all you do is put a for sale sign and you'd have 25 offers. I don't care what the house looked like. Now, buyers are picky. This is their market. Statistically, because of the month of supply that we have, statistically, it's a seller's market. Nothing about this market feels like a seller's market. Nothing about this market feels like a seller's market. This is a buyer's market. Okay, the buyers are driving the bus. I don't care what the numbers say. The buyers are driving the bus. It's a buyer's market. I didn't think we would be here. In all honesty, I mean, I thought things would slow down. It would be just kind of more relaxed seller's market. This is a buyer's market. So we have to approach it like that. Okay. So days on market on average, gone up back to where we were at the beginning part of the year. Not crazy. Let's see. Months of supply. This is what we're talking about. We're up to 2.2 now. So if we stopped adding houses, we sold everything that's on the market right now. At the pace that we're selling, how long would it take to sell everything? 2.2 months. Typically, anything between 5 and 7 months is like a balanced market. 3 to 5 months is a seller's market. Not crazy, but and then anything less than 3 is typically a very strong seller's market. That's not where we are right now because of the rates and everything. There's just not a whole lot out there. You have to go back to June of 2022, or 2020, I should say. That was the last time we had the number that high on the month supply. Again, shifting to the pre-pandemic market. Real estate the way it's supposed to be. Percentage of list price. This is worth noting too. We go back to March of 2021. Okay. March of 2021. Seems like 500 years ago, but it was a year and a half ago. On average, the prices were going 100.3%. Okay. And they would go up to 101, come back down to like 100.8, then go back up. Earlier this year was at 103.4 in May. Now we're back down to 99%. 99% is the last time we were at 99% flat was November of 2020, just when the pandemic was getting cranked up. Okay, so again, we'll say it again. We are entering the pre-pandemic market. Okay, Percentage of original price, same deal. This is for houses that came off the market and went back on the market. So if you include those in there and their original price, 97.2. Okay, we haven't been in 97.2 on that number since May of 2020. Remember what happened in early part of 2020? The pandemic. So there you go. Price per square foot kind of came back up a little bit, back up to 208. Let's see, dollar volume. It was a very quiet month last month. Not all the houses that sold are in here, but we're going to be around $2 billion worth of properties sold. That right now is at least since January, and we're getting into a much slower thing. Shows to pending. This was an interesting stat too when I looked at it. Shows to pending is still somewhat high. It's at 17. Look back at the last 5 years before the pandemic. You were looking at homes back here. They were in the 8 and 9 range, 10, maybe 13, 14 range. Then when the pandemic hit, then it went up. What this meant was these are number of showings that people would have before they went pending. Sometimes there's an indication of how many showings you would have to get before you get an offer on a house. What it meant recently was this is how many people are out there looking at houses right now. That has come down a lot from where it was in March, but came off the deck a little bit the last couple months. So we're at 17. That shows to pending, okay? This is an interesting stat. Shows per listing. Every listing that's on the market, the number of showings for that listing, 6.9. The last time we were at 6.9, say it with me, boys and girls, April of 2020 was at 4.1. In April of 2020, we weren't doing anything. We were all hanging out in the inside of our house, loving the inside of our house. Same thing in March. It was 6.8 in February of that year, before the pandemic hit. Pre-pandemic. Again, I've said it again, pre-pandemic. Pre-pandemic, pre-pandemic, pre-pandemic. So those are the numbers. The two numbers that really jumped out at me were this one, shows per listing, way down. Okay, so that includes all homes that went on the market and sold, or went under contract, or just sitting there. Shows per listing is way down, okay, from where we've been. I was hoping we get a bump coming out of Labor Day. That's what we typically do, get a little bit of a bump out of Labor Day. Let's look at last year. Like August, it was 11.2, September was 11.2, and came up a little bit in October. Year before that, August is 8.8, September 8.5, then went to 9.1. Not a major drop, but it was holding flat through the summertime. We go back here. In August 2019, 4.9 to 4.4 to 4.4. So there's a little drop, not this drop that we have right here. I'm hoping we get a little bit better in October, but with the rates being where they are, I'm not sure. So that's the one thing I'm watching is the shows per listing is down. And number two, this is the big one, is pending sales. Pending sales way down. The lowest pending sales we've seen since 2018. Open it up one more time. Since December of 2018. Before that, it was December of 2015. And the last time it was a September that was this low was September of 2010. Okay. We have slowed down a whole bunch. Okay. Now we'll talk a little bit about what that means next, but want to let you know those are the numbers as they stand right now. All right, so that was a look at what's going on with the numbers across the greater Atlanta area. So what does it all mean? As we talked about in the video, between that 5 and 7 months of inventory is like a balanced market. 3 to 5 months is a seller's market. Not crazy, but a seller's market. Anything under 3 is a pretty strong seller's market usually. Usually if you're looking at 2.2 months of inventory, it's a pretty good seller's market. It's not quite a really good seller's market right now. Okay, the buyers are really in control of the market right now. Now some buyers are nervous. Some buyers are nervous because of the rates. Some buyers are nervous because they think we're at the top of the roller coaster as far as prices go. They think there's going to be a price drop. I don't think it's going to be a price drop. I just think things are slowing down a lot. Could there be a slight decrease for just maybe a couple of months and then pick back up next year? It's probably more than likely what's going to happen. Is this a full-scale drop in prices like we saw back in 2008? No. This is not the same setup. This is not going to be the same setup. It's not the same crash. If I'm wrong about that, I'm wrong about that, and I'll be the first one to tell you I'm an idiot and I was wrong. But that's not what we're looking at right now. What we're looking at is just a major slowdown in the market. We've been overdue for this. We kind of need this. We need to breathe. Last couple of years, the prices have gone on 19 to 20% a couple of years in a row. That's crazy town. Okay, we can't do that. You can't justify that anymore. We got to get back to normal. So even if like, shoot, we went up 19 20% each of the last couple of years. Even if we were flat for 3 years, when you look at that 5 year run, that's a crazy 5 year run. Even if we're flat the next 3 years. So keep it all in perspective. We got to look at things through a 3 to 5 year lens. Okay, looking at the micros will drive us crazy and make our head spin. Like I just did. Looked at the micros. Look at what happened last month. But keep in mind, we're looking for trends. So in finalizing this video, what are the trends right now? The trends right now are buyers in control. If you are buying, you've been waiting for this market for a long, long time. Okay, this is my opportunity. My wife and I bought a rental property back in July. My first rental property. It's our Airbnb. I talk about it on this channel a lot. If you haven't seen any of our videos, we took advantage of the fact that a lot of the buyers got scared out of the market. There wasn't a lot of competition. We jumped in. Yes, the interest rate stinks. I'm not happy with the interest rate I got, but that's where we were, and it's actually a lot higher now than it was a month and a half ago when we bought. So thank God I bought it back then, because we'd paying an arm and a leg and an extra leg. I just paid an arm and a leg last time with the rates where they were. But that being said, I believe in real estate. I don't think real estate's going to have a wholesale crash like a lot of people do. Do I think we have slowed down? Yes, we have slowed down. It's not going to be 19 to 20% going forward. We're getting back into normal business, 4 to 5% every year, rinse and repeat. Grab some real estate, sit on it, hold it. It will do its job. Okay, that's what we're doing right now. Okay, so that's if you're buying. It's a great time to buy. If you are selling, you have got to be ready. Okay, the house has to look the part. It has to knock their socks off, and it has to be priced right. Because if it's priced too high, they will not buy it. If it does not look the part, they will not buy it. Unless it doesn't look the part and it's priced way, 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 way low. Okay? Buyers, I used to always say buyers sometimes can be crazy or desperate, but they're not stupid. All right? They're no longer crazy or desperate. And they're way not stupid. So they have patience. They don't have a lot of people over their shoulder looking to try and beat the clock. They've got time. They're ready to go. And they're going to take their time. That's why as sellers, you got to meet them and you got to rock and roll and have that house ready. So buyers, this is your market. Sellers, this can be your market. But if you wanted to just stick a sign in your yard and sell it without making any fixes, time's come and gone. Okay, unless you're going to take a bath on the house. All right, you got to have that house ready. So whether you're buying or selling, talk to me about any questions that you have, because we'll walk you through this. It's a crazy market, but it's an interesting market. It's a changing market. Okay, and in the changing market, I'll be 100% honest with you, a lot of real estate agents are going to be getting out of the market right now. Okay, so a lot of the voices that you've heard and talked to and have helped you in the past may not be there in the next 3 or 4 months. Okay, we're in it for the long haul. So if you need to talk to somebody, we're here. Give us a shout. Give me a call, 470-233-4409. Email is going to be below. This is Steve. Take care. Bye. Hey, thanks for watching the video today. If you want more information on what's going on in the real estate market, take a look at some of these videos over here that we've posted, keeping up with what buying, selling, things that are going on in the North Georgia market. But if you want to keep up with everything that we post to our YouTube channel, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel down there, bottom right. That way you won't miss out on anything.